solving it. You must first know your problem, okay? Look forward to see an look forward to see an opportunity. Then from there, you can strategize as well as change your mindset to what is better, and you build on. Build skill, build values, and make sure you can build it together. So now, I will need to say this so that I'll quickly end it. I'm giving you this from here, from now. Don't just say, okay, they have told us a lot of things. No, hear you. Okay? You must have a 2-year action plan depending on what you want to do. Okay? Between now and the next 6 months, don't tell me you are still sitting thinking, what will I do as a physiology? What area of physiology do you prefer to develop your skills on? The training and exposure should start now. Okay? Then, after the next 6 to 12 months, come and tell me you want to be an expert in this area. Then either it is Mr. Badamosi or then, you know, they can always now post you to different centers, different hospitals to continue to practice. Okay? Very good in this area that you've exposed yourself to. Then, after being an expert, what you now want to spend it on is your certification and specialization. And what do I mean by this? From now, you will start saving for what you will spend for your you will not get there and say, oh, I don't have money. Only if you are not determined. Don't tell us I'm not interested. Some of you will buy jewelries, you buy things in Mr. Big. But when it comes to this, you feel shy to pay. You feel shy to raise money to improve yourself. You want to develop yourself on, then start savings while you are developing the skills. Most of you know when you come to LUT, we train you as students free. Okay, we expose you to some of these skills. But to become competent, you need to actually start, investing as well as moving from facilities to the other. To be an area of perfection on those things. Then for you to be recognized globally, and you will now start to apply for certification. You write exam. So when you have that, then you know that you have what it takes to reckon with when it comes to the global. Now, to tell us whether it's a smart choice or a risky move. It is a risky move if after what I've said, you decide to take your leave from the university, expecting the government to give you a job, staying at home, looking for someone that will call you. By luck, I've gotten a job for you at Dangote. What will you be doing at Dangote? Just be an office, this thing they'll be paying, okay? You are still waiting for that. It will still be a risk. It will be a risky if you're still looking forward to someone, okay, to pay your flight from Nigeria abroad because you feel they are picking money on all the streets of US. Okay? So, but it will be a smart move if you specialize, develop the skills in yourself, okay? But it will be more powerful if we all come together, okay? It's just like running away from your challenges. That challenges will not go away. It will always still remain there. When you leave it, you still come back to meet it. Okay? It will not be a risky move. Even it will be far more than smart choice. It will be a really powerful choice if we all collaborate today to make sure we develop a body for ourselves that can cater for for our upcoming generations of physiologists. So, ending, I will say, some of you will leave Nigeria. That's not and some of you will actually stay. But wherever you go as specialists, go as professionals, go as builders. Do not be part of the brain drain, be part of the brain game. Okay? If you want to go fast, go alone, just like I said. If you want to go far, let's build the profession together. Now, in conclusion, I'm going to say this. The future of clinical neurophysiology in Nigeria may be listening to me right now at this platform. So, and I know you may likely be the future. So be prepared for it. Get yourself started. Get yourself prepared. Get the skills. And we hope to see you in future being one of the best physiologists we've ever had. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you. Can I see the hands rolling? Let's clap for our last speaker. Thank you so much, Mr. Bankole, for that session. So one thing I picked from that is that collaboration smart move. So it's a call to every physiologist out there to choose collaborate with every other medical professionals out there. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so. Also said something about character building. So as physiologists, we also have that. Thank you very much. We are very grateful. So we're moving straight to questions. I have a question for you, Sir Bankole. The question is, please, how can we get, or what are the EEG certification courses that we can get as a neurophysiologist?
Okay, yeah, okay. I will answer it this way. Activors carry out EEG certification training in terms of skills after the training, but you will not only get a certificate for activors, you will be exposed to some other certificates, some other associate training from other parts of the world, most especially the one from US, and you'll be getting the certificate for that one too. These certificates you get from US, and with collectively with our own skills and other things you learn, you'll be able to write your certification exam. Okay, that is your average. That is for those who are interested in going to US to work or to just have it. Some of us have it, but we're still in Nigeria just because we believe if we decide to leave, the whole thing will start all over again. Like for example, the average, we have just only 4 Nigerians that are average certified as that I'm talking right now. And I am the first. Okay? Out of the 4, about 2 of us are gone. Okay, we have just few, okay, 3 of us are in Nigeria right now, while others have left. So 3 of us are around, others have left. So what I'm saying in essence is that you can get a certificate course in neurodiagnostics or in neurophysiology. It depends on, and it's not a postgraduate study. Sorry, it's not a university. You'll be trained, even some of you can be trained online, then you just need to move in for the hands-on, okay? And when you come for hands-on, you'll be exposed and you will be taking all around some other centers to further understand and know how to use different machines for the same procedures. Of course, you'll be introduced to some other neurophysiological procedures during the training. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for that. I'm very grateful. I have a question for Mr. Kada. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Glory. I'm with you, Glory.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me clearly now? Okay, the question is, how can physiologists remain relevant in the healthcare system, especially in Nigeria, where medical doctors want to occupy their positions?
Well, you see, like we always say, you see, when you are good in whatever you do, you'll be respected. Now, it is a known fact.
Recording stopped.
It's a known fact, that the medical doctors, want to take
Recording in progress.
Not only the position of the physiologist, even the position of the lab scientist. But basically, the most important thing, like I always tell people, is just for you to be good in that area of physiology that you are into. Now, I gave an example of Miss Astrop, but I will always give that example though. Miss Astrop learned echo in about 2-3 hospitals, very, very good, very, very vast with it. Went to echo lab in Lutz, and then they wanted to ridicule her by asking her different questions, echo images, and I'm telling you the truth, she was able to batter them. She was able to batter them. Now, having battered them, they respected her. The same thing with ECG. Now, there was a time, we did, that's why always, anything you are doing, you do well. There was a time we did an ECG for it. Then, if you know ECG interpretation, and then we have right axis deviation. And then it's not a common occurrence, And then doctors were like, you didn't do this ECG well. It was because of limb misplacements. I was like, no, this cannot be limb misplacement. This patient has right axis deviation. And they had to come to us, we stood together, ran the ECG, and then the ECG was the same thing, right axis deviation. We've had a case, where they reported ECG and they reported it wrongly. And when we looked at it and found that no, this reporting, wasn't good. And then we had to take it back to them that no, you are giving this patient, a wrong result. So basically, you just have to do it right. If you do it right, I'm telling you the truth, you'll be respected. And that is the reason why we are respected today in Lutz and anywhere we go to. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for that answer. I believe whoever asked that question has been clarified on that, sir. Just to be sure that you can hear me, can we all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. So I hope
Glory, your network is bad, though.
That's what I noticed. So the network is being on and off, on and off. I think there is someone who is a co-host, so maybe that person can help us read the question on our behalf.
another question. The question is,
Bluetooth.
Can you repeat the question? Ezeh? Hello? Hello?
Hello, so I think she's having network issues. So
Can you help us to read the question?
yes,
please?
I can do that. I think there's one here that says, how do physiology students get a career in biomedical instrumentation and also nutrition physiology?
Okay, yeah, thank you for that question. So actually, possibly she said that possibly because she read that I had a diploma in a postgraduate diploma in biomedical engineering. So it wasn't that easy as that then. Just like I said, we were going through a lot of things when we were trying to build up careers. We were looking for something we could work on. Then they just started the Department of Biomedical Engineering, and they did postgraduate diploma. So
can we hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you.
Glory, please leave it for Lorena, please. Your network is bad. Let Lorena continue, please.
So I applied and through what's it called, College of Medicine, and I got trained with how to manage different equipment and all those things and the rest. And that's it. So if you want to do that too today, there are some short courses on some of these areas. For nutrition too, there are, in fact, for nutrition it's even easier, especially if it is not in Nigeria. I have someone doing what we call exercise and nutrition as his own area of specialization in Canada right now. The person too was also tutor with us here in Lut before traveling. Okay, but in Nigeria, most of our postgraduate, what's it called, masters in physiology is always general. But you can have some short courses, just like you are doing EEG professional course, you are doing ECG interpretational course. There could be some short courses that they will train you to be able to be, how will I call it, to have the skills, okay? Not necessarily an academic certificate. They will expose you to the skills in this area, or if it is research based and all those things, there could be a short course for that too as well. Go through those courses and get the opportunity.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that. On that question that's very common here. People keep asking about the kind of skills we have to acquire and we get to learn these skills.
So I know most of us know what we call apprenticeship, right? Okay, I know we know. So you know that the medicine you have today, when we talk about skills acquisition and learning on the job, that's what we call it sometimes. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for that again. Okay, the next question here says, for someone interested in endocrinology, hormone, and diabetes-related work, is there any placement for such a person in a clinic?
You see, in my presentation, where there is none, prepare to be a pioneer. And how do you become a pioneer? Someone came to did a presentation in Lasut when I went to make some presentation there some years. The lady is working with a reproductive, what's it called, setup. And she said when she first started, she was looking for a place to work because that was what she does. Was she started reading about what's it called, what's it called, this reproductive reproductive age means of getting people to reproduce, and she read about it. She did some other research and did a lot of things. So the day she went there specifically to meet them, that she would like to volunteer to work with them, when she met them, she was already talking about her area of interest in what they do. and why she would like to be with them. You know, because of the way she was so confident, she was so versatile, and she knows her audience. Her information were quite clear and direct. They have no options. Then the only thing they told her was that, but we will not be paying you. Don't bother. If people are ready to take you and they tell you they will not pay you, know that they have seen a value in you. Then it's not left for you to now further put more effort in order to develop yourself in such environment. So for endocrinology, just like you said, for now, we are not taking physiology for training under that unit in youth. Okay? But there could be some other health institutions outside youth. We can introduce you to them. That is, if you really know what you want to learn. When you come to us, we ask you questions. What do you want to actually learn under this area? If you are not able to convince us or communicate very well, that means you've not been able to do your assignment quite well, because you are going to meet people who really do not want to see you. For them to take you means you've convinced them beyond reasonable doubt. Okay? So you need to be the pioneer. We're not doing it presently in Lutz. Most of our physiologists are taking in neuro, cardio, respiratory. Even we're still trying echo, we're still trying with what's it called, renal. We've not been able to penetrate. Okay? So thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, the next question is for Mr. Gbadamosi. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it correctly, but can he hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. It says, people face a lot of challenges, or rather, it asks about the challenges people face in gaining clinical practice in Nigeria as in relation to physiology.
The challenges that people face in getting as related to physiology.
Yes,
now,
sir.
You see, one of the challenges, comes from us individually. Now, when I say it comes from us now that, okay, you can get these skills in Lutz. Now you want to leave the north, that part of the country, for Lutz or for Lagos, where you don't know anybody. Now, are you ready to sacrifice for the accommodation, to get accommodation? Now, if your accommodation is far to where you want to gain your skills, are you ready, to bear the brunt of transportation? Those challenges behind, to get those skills. I tell people, you see people leaving Lagos, to go to Kano to school, or you see people coming all the way from Kogi State to come and do IT in Lagos. They don't know anybody, or maybe because they've heard of Lagos University Hospital, where you can do IT and then gain knowledge. Now, these are sacrifices. So you must be ready to make those sacrifices. Once you are ready to make those sacrifices, Mr. Bakwale said something now. Now, somebody's talking about endocrinology. Now, part of the sacrifice is for you to go to any place, where you have an endocrinologist, a pioneer. I've had a situation whereby a medical student, she came for IT, Favor, I don't know if she's on this platform today. And she kept insisting that she wants to be a reproductive physiologist. Every time she wants to be, I tried connecting her to all the O&G doctors, it was failing. Not until I remembered a friend of mine, who were in school together and has an hospital of his own where he does IVF. I had to call that one and blah, 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 and the one said, okay, that one said she can come. When she comes, just like Mr. Bankole said, he was going to question her. So by the time you are going to any place you want to learn anything, you must be prepared. They want to possibly ridicule you. So it's now left for you, when you are prepared, you get there and then, you bastardize them. And they know, yes, this person knows what he or she wants to come and do. So for internship, there are places you can do internship. But the sacrifices, are you ready to make them? Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much for that. There is a question on ultrasonography. It says, can physiologists do ultrasonography? I'm currently training for ultrasound, but I was told physiologists can only specialize in echo. I'm currently confused if I should continue or find another center that can train me for echo. So what do you have to say about that, sir?
Okay, ultrasonography. Now, you see, when we're talking about our limitation or challenges, we talk about license, getting license. Yes, physiologists don't have license, for now. So in ultrasonography, now you see, when you go to centers where they do sonography scan, see, the people that scan there, most of them don't have license. I need to tell you this. It is possibly the owner of that center that has license. As we speak, we have a physiologist, Asana. She is in Lekki, on the BI, on the island. She's a very, very good sonographer. She has scanned in about 3 different places in Lagos, and she doesn't have a problem. So please, I would advise that person to continue. If you have opportunity to go into cardiac scan too, please go into it. So continue. You are going to be protected. Anywhere you are scanning for them, you are getting results for them, yes. They are making their money from your scan. They will protect you, basically. So continue. One day, just like Mr. Bankole said, one day we will get there. And what do we need? That license. And they are working on it. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. There is another one here. I'm trying to, just pick the questions. I'm coming. Okay. It says, I want to specialize in neurophysiology, learning of skills such as EEG, sleep studies, etc. Where do I start from?
So let me give Mr. Bankole that.
Okay. Okay, just like I said, what you need to do now is get online instead of going online to TikTok to dance and possibly watch some musician. Go online to search for individuals who are into that area. Request that they should be your mentor. Then when you request, one of the things you want when they become your mentor, they can always send you materials to read to prepare you for what you are planning to be in future. As I am, in fact, I am tired. I have so many people that I'm mentoring, and they got me through LinkedIn, or what do you call it? Okay, and there is that opportunity when you make requests for it, and people see it to be serious. Okay, so depending on what you want, meet people who have succeeded in such area. Tell them your wish, what you would like to do. Then they'll be able to guide you through. Okay? So I think that's the only short answer I can give on this platform now. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. There's a question that someone asked. He said that in a time where we have AI, why does he need to learn a skill? So, sir, I'd like you to answer that question.
He said AI to do what?
He said in a time where we have AI, where AI is like rampant and AI is coming up rather, why does he need to learn a skill?
Do you know that the thing is, AI itself is controlled by some individuals, okay? Your AI will only give you what you know how to ask. What you don't know, you can't give to AI to search for you. Okay? Like for example, let me tell you, AI, our footballers are playing ball on the field. AI will not play the ball for you. England has the best form of wearables. Okay, even they knows the player that is getting tired. Their coach is looking at the screen, is looking at the number of times their players is running, whether some of them is not running very well, is getting tired. They are looking at the wing that is having challenges on screen, and you know they have data analysis coming in for the coach. The coach will still make use of his own personal judgment to determine. Some players will be left, even irrespective of what AI said, they will be left on the pitch. Not because AI has not warned them that this player is tired, but they need taking that player off. Three players may not be able to play, will not be able to, how will I call it, coming to solve the position that player is occupying. Are you getting it? So it's not about saying when AI can do things. Okay? AI can do its own only when you do your own. And mind you, let anything use AI and the rest. England, let them use AI. That doesn't mean that Cameroon will still not beat them. If Cameroon is stronger and they have the skill. Okay? So the thing is, what we're saying is AI is in it. Okay, it has its own limitation. In the first instance, if you personally, if you are not good with the skill, then you can't be relevant even with the AI aspect of it. Okay, heart rate, we check BP and everything using wearables. Some physiologists were employed, okay, some physiologists were employed due to their own knowledge to be able to make these things work, making use of the sensations of your skin. Okay, their own knowledge, we how will I call it? We transferred into technology for you to have what we have as wearables today. Okay, the same you now have people who comes inside your room and say, oh, bulb off, TV on, and all those things, using their how will I call it, their brain, their sensories or their motor neurons to actually control some of the things they have in their houses. This started from the normal EEG we are doing. Okay, there's some certain things people have tried so much even about EEG, and that is the level we are in with EEG right now. We are doing AI interpretation of EEG. Okay, and it has been challenging, I'm telling you. And you don't people know, you don't know even the what's it called, the normal and interpretation. Then how do you want to understand AI? We that knows the normal interpretation, we are still learning how to use AI in the absence of, in along with our knowledge of the normal analog interpretation, with our normal human, what's it called, interpretation. Okay, so if we have to use AI, first you must be empowered to know how to interpret it. You have that skills of interpretation before you can, because those that are championing the AI you are talking about in the area of EEG is what I'm talking about too. They are guys who have been known to be very, very good. In fact, I from UK, very, very good with interpretation of EEG. If you do EEG in Nigeria, you can send it to him, he will interpret it and send it back to you. But he's the one championing the AI interpretation. Okay, and people are learning from him. So if you don't know the skill, you can actually be useful even in the AI community. Okay.
I have one very good question here. It says the person asked, I think this one is for Mr. Gbadamosi. Sir, can you hear? So I can
Yes, I can hear you. I'm with you.
Brian asked, to specialize in clinical physiology, do you need a PhD or a master's degree? No.
No, you don't need it. You don't need to even emphasize so much on that. You don't need it. You don't need PhD. You don't need a master's degree. You see, like I always say, I think we've gone past the era of confusion. Because when you ask a physiologist today, or physiologist, you don't even need to ask a physiologist. When a physiologist finishes school and then sees others going into masters, that person is also going into that same masters, Then you ask them, why are you doing the masters? And they're confused. In the first place, some physiology, as a confused person, except now that you have people that are organizing webinars, or you have physiologists out there in the clinical settings, that are making us to have sense of belonging. Like when we came into physiology, we came into physiology as a confused human being. Now you finish 4 years as a confused human being, you don't know what you want, you don't know your job description out there, you don't even have a job placement out there. And then because everybody is going for masters, maybe that person that is going for masters is going for masters because he wants to go into lecturing. And then you too, there's what to call solvent drag. You just follow the group. You also go into masters. Like I always tell my people, you come out of masters, confuse the more again. And then you just look at it and wasted another 1 year. So basically, if you want to go into clinical physiology, don't even think of masters. In your undergraduate days, start your clinical posting. And then before you know it, you have all this clinical knowledge. Masters does not give you clinical knowledge except in the abroad. In Nigeria, masters does not give you clinical knowledge at all. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Sam.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir, for that. So because of our time, we won't be able to attend to all questions. So we've taken note of your questions, and since we have a WhatsApp community already, all other questions will be attended to, will be answered on a WhatsApp community. So as we're rounding up, I want to sincerely appreciate Mr. Gbadamosi, Mr. Bankole, and Ms. Chinyeyem for their time and the efforts they put in ensuring that this webinar is a success. Thank you very much, sirs, and thank you very much, ma'am. I'm very, very grateful. And I just want to apologize again for my unstable network. MTN did me dirty, but regardless, I thank God that the webinar is a success. So for everyone that joined, for everyone that stayed to the end of this call, I want to say a very big thank you. And I also want to especially thank my father who made it all possible, Mr. Ezeh. He was on this call throughout. So if you can clap, you can please clap for my father. He was on this call throughout. So I want to appreciate him. So, and I also want to appreciate the amazing team that I worked with. Larena, Tomisin, Brave Arts, Adeoluwa, Israel, Esther Barnes, and for as many, Ferdinand, all the teams that made sure that this webinar is a success. I want to say a very big thank you to you guys for the success of it all. I wouldn't have done this without you all. So thank you very, very much. All questions will be attended to in the. And I would please like to beg our speakers that if there are opportunities, if there are any training that's are open for us to partake in, please, I'm begging on behalf of my WhatsApp community that you, Sam and Ma, you please share them with us so that we can get certified. And if there are opportunities in Lutz, you please open up to us so that we can be part of it. To join the WhatsApp community, there is a link. Larina would cover that. Larina, if you can hear me, please cover that for me. Just add him to the WhatsApp community. So thank you very much, Mr. Gbadamosi. And Mr. Gbadamosi birthday was yesterday. So I just want to officially say happy birthday to you, sir. Thank you so much. The Zoom call and everything. Thank you, Mrs. Igodaro. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful. Do have a wonderful night rest. Hoping to have more webinars, hoping to connect more with us. Bye.
Sorry, before we go, so if you want to, can you hear Glory, please hold
Yeah,
on.
I can.
Yeah. Before if you want to be added to the WhatsApp community, I dropped my number. Or let me just call it again: 090-185-39385. So just message me and I will add you to the WhatsApp community. I'll call it again: 090-185-39385. Thank you very much. You can all have a wonderful evening.